Hey, good morning, guys. This is Johnny Phillips. It's Friday. I just got done straightening my truck out. I've got to go to this job again. I went a couple days ago and the girl had called to reschedule and I didn't get that message, so I'm heading over there. I got to be there by 10, and I'm gonna drain the water heater, and he wants me to flush it. And I can't find my rig. I had rigs. They're around somewhere. I just gotta find them. Maybe they're, I don't know. Anyways, it's just a shock bite with a Schrader valve in it and a 3/4 inch shock bite. And I used to pump water heaters down by air. You know, I'd leave the shutoff valve on, close it, and then cut the hot side and push the water out with air. That's how I'm going to flush this water heater, so I don't have to sit there and watch it gravity drain. It's a good way to do it because the pressure it's steady pressure from the top. There's no turbulence. It just pushes all the shit out, and then you can refill it a little bit and do it again. So that's how I'm going to try to do this. But I've got my air compressor. That's standard equipment. This little air compressor goes up to 150 psi, and I've had it for a long time. It works great. The hose is up there, and just need to find my connection. I think it's in a tub set box that I had, but I can't seem to find that. It may be in my shop, most likely in my shop, my wood shop. So I'm gonna try to find that. Worst comes to worst, I'll just buy another one, which I really don't want to do. It probably cost me 20 bucks, so no sense in buying it if you already have it somewhere. That's the problem with having so much shit. Let me hang on for a minute. Yeah, I taught myself. I forgot to turn the camera off. Alright guys, so I got my fittings. I'm going to be able to screw that adapter right into this with my Schrader valve and just reuse this on water heaters. And then when I pop this off, I just put a coupling back in, a shock bite coupling, or glue it if it's CPVC. But PEX or copper, I just throw a coupling in there, and bada bing, bada boom. Makes it easy. And that's when, you know, when you come up with an idea to cut the time in half it takes to do a job, that's when you need to go to flat rate pricing, man, because you need to get paid for your fucking intelligence. You know, you need to get paid for your innovation. And I like sharing my stuff. I'm not hiding anything from the world. I like to share what I'm doing, and I learned from other guys too. But some people keep their playbook close to the vest or chest, whatever one you like. That's not me. It's never been my MO. I'm always going to eat, you know what I mean? I'm always going to be able to hold down what I want to hold down. I'm never really was concerned about people stealing my work, or, you know, I just share it, man. Pass the torch. Pass the torch to the next guy. It's worth $1 million. Anyways, I'm heading north. Got to go to Bradentucky. We call it Bradentucky because them people look like they come from Kentucky, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Yo, they love that fucking well water. You say, you know what fluoride is? And they're like, fluoride? I thought it was Florida. No, I said fluoride. It makes them teeth. See your teeth? Yeah. If you try a little fluoride, that just may not happen. So, it's not fluoride, it's fluoride. Hey, I got a little trivia for you. Little redneck trivia. I bet you none of you knew that Bradentucky is the fucking meth mouth capital of the world, man. Oh yeah. There's 1 million people in that fucking town, and they only got enough teeth for like 25,000. Terrible. Terrible. When you talk to somebody, you know, you gotta be careful, man. Fucking rotten tooth could come flying out of their mouth at any fucking moment. Hit you right in the fucking eyeball. So I'm ready, man. I got my full face shield. It's all good, man. I know where I'm going. How do you know where you're going? You gotta know where you've been. I'm at this house. This girl is a little wackadoodle-doo, I think. Oh, here she is. I rang the bell and she didn't answer. Hi. Hey, how are you? Can you open this door for me, please? Yeah. Crazy. Alright guys, so we've got a rain head on the wall with low pressure. I'm going to see if it's just a matter of taking out a flow restrictor, hopefully. Yeah, see in there, you can see that black O-ring. That just needs to come out. you're gonna get a lot more water.
That would be awesome.
I'm happy to see it's here, because otherwise it would have been a bigger job. So are you from Georgia?
Mm-hmm.
That's where your number comes up from.
Yep.
How you like this area?
We like it. We moved here from Wisconsin, so.
Oh, okay. That's gonna do it for you. See this little hole in it?
Mm-hmm.
That cuts the water down by more than half. So let's see. Okay, so this is a Delta 2, according to that shower head anyways. Let's see how that is. Seems like it's working. That's one down.
That's great.
All right, let's go to the next one. Well, I'm gonna go do the water heater if you don't mind right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna flush that.
And so does flushing it fix some like temperature differentials? Like so the tub here, like the water doesn't stay warm, and then that shower the water doesn't get cold.
And there are all these tempering valves.
Mm-hmm.
Weird.
It'll be warm when you first start, and then if you try that, it gets cold.
Yeah, this is a big tub. I have to look at the temperature setting on that, on the water heater, and make sure it's up high enough. I mean, by the time you fill this tub with a 40-gallon water heater, you're gonna use up a lot of that water. So let me just check that out. Alright guys, so I'm at the water heater. She's saying that it doesn't have enough. They're running out of hot water. This looks like a 40-gallon tank to me. And the temperature setting, probably needs to be turned up a little bit. Because of the size of that tub. I'm gonna go ahead and drain it. This is obviously a Home Depot water heater. See that drain valve? But I'm gonna go ahead and flush it. I think the problem is because this is just a 40-gallon water heater.
It just runs out of water.
It runs out, so I basically turned it up a little bit.
Okay.
I turned it up to B.
Mm-hmm.
And there's still a couple more adjustments. You can turn it up increment, a little at a time. You don't have to really go to the next like A, B, C.
Mm-hmm.
But this should increase the temperature for you, and you'll get more hot water because of that.
Okay.
You won't have to use so much to fill the tub.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm gonna go ahead and get this thing flushed out for him because that's what he wants. So who am I to argue?
You can move whatever you need to move.
Okay. All right, so that's what I'm gonna do, and then we'll test that tub before I leave.
Okay.
See what they've got going on up here. Must be a good vacuum, huh?
I don't know.
It's a Shark. Yeah, I've heard good things about them. Usually, everything you buy these days is just lightweight junk, you know? That thing's heavy. I know a girl who cleans houses and she uses those Sharks. She buys them like 6 at a time.
Wow.
When they're on sale. And she's a professional house cleaner, you know? Alright, so let's see. Alright, I'm gonna turn this off. That's good. Shut that off. Alright guys, so I gotta go to plan B already on this guy because of the connections on the top of the water heater. It's not piped, they use these flex hoses. So I may have to modify my rig to put air on it, or I'll see how it goes with just letting it drain. One thing that I'd rather do, because they have hoses up here on the top, instead of lifting the relief valve to let air in, I'm gonna break that hot connection. All right, I've got good flow outside. I'm gonna turn this water off and break the hot connection. Like I said, I really don't like lifting these relief valves. so I heard air getting sucked in there. I'll go take a peek at this. See if we got good flow. If not, I'm gonna modify my, see how lazy that is? Let's see if I can fix my hose so that I can get it on that fitting up on the top. So I've already figured out what I'm gonna do. Get it fitting. So what I've got here on my rig is I put these connectors on so I don't have to stand there and hold the valve on. I mean, hold the hose on it. But what I'm going to do in this case, because of the situational awareness, I'm just going to glue this adapter on here and stick it on the hot side and flush it out quick. I just want to show you, this is gravity feed, or you know, this thing draining by gravity with the hot valve open, so there's plenty of air to replace, you know, to fill that thing. I'm going to show you the difference. I hear water in here for some reason. Where the fuck is it coming from? Fucking valve ain't shutting off. Phone's ringing off the hook today, boys. You gotta put a plug in this. I don't know why the water's coming through there. Open this laundry tub. So what we got is air coming in on the top of this tank. The hose valve is closed. And the pressure should pick up. See the difference between gravity and this air compressor? When this thing blows air, I'm going to fill it up halfway again, and then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to blow it out because it's such a quick process with the air. So I'm just going to sit here. That valve that's on that water heater, I don't know, maybe she was using something. She was probably using a mixing valve in the house, actually. That's why I was getting water back through the hot hose. But yeah, you'll see how quick this thing pumps down. I mean, I used to pump all my water heaters down like this, you know, because I used to use those little water heater pumps that suck, you know, and you pumping hot water is an issue. So anyways, we'll see how long it takes to pump this guy down. I'm not gonna bore you with look at this. It's a beautiful day. I will tell you that started my day out with a fucking plumbing emergency in that bucket over there. Yeah, terrible, man. IBS, irritable bastard syndrome, will fucking get you. Anyways, I got that toilet on my truck. I got a call today to go fix a wobbly toilet. I know it's 25 or 30 years old, and I'm gonna try to sell him a new toilet, so hopefully I get that off my truck and put a new one on there. I'll let you know when this thing stops pumping. That's when you know it's done, guys. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna shut the drain valve, turn my compressor off, let this thing drain down. Let that drain down for you.
This thing's supposed to be going, right?
Yeah. Just wondering if I'm blowing your house up?
Oh.
No, I'm good.
I can turn that on.
No, I needed to let the water out.
Oh, no.
All right, so once the air is all bled out of this, I'll change the, I will close the drain valve. And I'm gonna open up this. It's open to the atmosphere now up on top here. And I'm gonna fill this water heater again about halfway. And I want the valve on full blast because I want that, I'm looking for that turbulence down there on the bottom of the tank to stir all that debris up, you know, sediment. Hear that noise? That was the water just rising above the bottom of the dip tube. You can tell the difference. So I'm gonna let it run for another 2 or 3 minutes, and then I'll hook my air back up, and I can feel this air coming out of here. Obviously you gotta let the air out if you're gonna put water in. So this is just another way to drain a water heater, flush it. I always talk people out of doing it, honestly, because I don't think it's a big issue. But you know, if they call and they ask for it, I'll do it for them. I'm not gonna be talking myself out of a job, and some guys recommend it. So I can tell you that there was really nothing out there, no sediment whatsoever. And if we keep doing this once every 2 years or so, it's going to stay that way. So it's all good. All right, so I'm confident and I'm happy with the amount that's coming out of that, the amount that's in the tank now. Shut that off. Stick my hose back on. Whoa, Jackson. I need a film crew. Like Mikey Pipes. I need a Peter Piper. Peter Piper, hold this camera for me while I say something important. Drain valve's open, air compressor's hooked up, the cold water inlet is closed. This shouldn't take very long, but you can see I'm getting a bunch of water. This is the second rinse on this water heater. And that big cushion of air is pushing down evenly on that barrel of water. And it's a good way to clean it out. I think the best way. Looks like there may have been a little bit of sediment in this tank. Not much. But you'll see what happens to this once the air comes. So I just need to fill it back up. I did notice that, and you guys probably noticed, that there is no expansion tank on this house, and it's a fairly new house. So I don't know who put that heater in, a homeowner or a handyman, but it really should have an expansion tank on it. I need to look at the relief valve, I mean the backflow, see if it's got a 125 relief on it. If it does, then I'm going to leave it alone. But now that I've turned that heater up, she's going to get a little more thermal expansion. So this takes, I would say, from start to finish about a half hour to really flush it the way this way, to really flush it out and flush it out good. The other way, you could stand there for 45 minutes while gravity pushes that water out of a tank, and I'm not sure how clean you're getting it. So hopefully this is going to stop here very soon. That's it, guys. That's an easy way to flush a water heater, man, with an air compressor. Just got to have the right fittings. So I'm going to go in here and get this thing disconnected. Turn my air on. Fucking camera, man, it's like just giving me hell. Staying straight. Got too many connections. Alright, so that's off. We're gonna let that bleed down. take this off. These stainless steel water heater connectors, they have a washer in them, so there's no need for Teflon or anything. Actually, these aren't stainless, these are braided hoses, but I'll tell you what, I think I'm going to end up going to the stainless steel flex lines to hook up gas water heaters, just because they're really a good product for one thing, and it's just not necessary to turn it into a big solder job, you know, anymore. Alright, so that's that. Watching my ankles, huh? That's great. It's fucking great television. Alright, so I'm gonna close this valve. And I'm gonna take that hose off and bring it out. For some reason there's water dripping back into this. I think she may be using a mixing valve, like a kitchen sink faucet. And when she opens it, the water's coming back through the hot side. So anyways, this is all back on. I'm gonna go ahead and leave that. I've got the laundry tub faucet opened on the hot side. And I'm just going to refill this water heater. Once it's full, I will, hang on, I need to make sure she didn't turn that off. Ma'am, you're going to hear some air. Don't worry about it. It's all by design. Yeah. Okay, so let me clean this up. You know, you can do these for, I mean, they're easy calls. If you call people up and you want to do them for 75 bucks a pop to flush somebody's heater, and you just keep them on a list so they, you know, they're not going to mess with your service. You call them when you're ready to do it as fill-in work. It's not a bad idea, man. I was going to show you me rolling up the hose, but you know, I'll spare you the details. Alright guys, so this is basically my bag of tricks for pumping or flushing a water heater with air. I've got my air compressor, lightweight. It goes up to 150 psi, but I dial it down when I do that. I don't want 150 pounds of air in that tank, so I bring it down to about 100. I've got my air hose with the adapters I need on it. This is my rig for this particular water heater. Sometimes, you know, you definitely want to have one of these so you can just hook the hose up and go do something else. But if I need to change this to, say, a male adapter, I just pop this out. That's the beauty of a SharkBite fitting. And, you know, that's it. I just got this shit right here. I got another one of these adapters, I mean a female by SharkBite. But that's it, man. I think it's a good way to do it. Let me know in the comments what you think. You think I'm full of shit? I can tell you I'm not full of shit, because I just dumped it in that bucket over there with the towel on top of it. And I was thinking the whole time I was shitting in that bucket, one guy told me you got to put a hefty bag in there first. But I had no time, man. It was a fucking plumbing emergency. Whoever put this heater in is from California with these earthquake straps. I don't know. We don't use them. They're not code down here. But this is all set. A successful water heater flush. So I'm going to go in here and try to figure out what's going on with this valve.
Sorry.
Have it. Okay. So this is a Delta thermostatic control valve where you're supposed to be able to set the temperature and then just turn the faucet on every time. You realize that, man? Mm-hmm. Okay. So this would be hot all the way, mm-hmm. and then to turn it on, obviously, see, that's not right. This
it was facing the other direction.
This was that way?
The temperature one was on the other side. Like that. And then you couldn't like change it.
Yeah, this should be independent. This, when you turn this,
mm-hmm.
you should not be, this shouldn't be turning at the same time. Mm-hmm. So you probably do need a new cartridge. And can I see that one that he sent? Let's see if we can figure this out. I've never worked on one of these, so.
These were the things that came.
Okay, that's a plug. Okay, yeah, there's the dial. All right, I'm gonna take it apart and see if I can fix it. I'm not making any guarantees, I'll tell you that.
It's okay, at least that one has, now they both have great water pressure, but it stays hot, but
yeah.
it's okay.
If it's going in and out with that tank, it's definitely a pressure balance issue with this cartridge.
Okay.
You didn't have that issue with the faucet, right? In this bathroom, it would stay hot, or did you even try?
Bathroom, I don't think so. I think that faucet was okay.
Right. Yeah, I'll see. Hopefully it's this cartridge, and we'll get it changed out if he's got the right one here. All right, guys. So this cartridge definitely looks like the one that's in there. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this thing out and see if we can't get it replaced. I gotta go out and turn the water off. All right, guys, so I've got this water turned on. And I don't know if they've improved these newer valves or what, but if you're gonna try to get this off with channel locks, stay out in the front. You know what I'm saying? Don't grab it back here. Looks like somebody's already messed with this. I can see this is a little boogered up here, and there's a couple scratches on that, so I don't know if this thing has been an issue from the start. But that's great. It just came out. I just need to make sure I'm looking at the orientation of this valve. I'll be be honest, I don't think that that needs to be replaced. So I gotta just find the hot and cold on this. Which side says hot? Let me see if I can find that. All right, so it's very hard to see, but you can see it says hot side on that, on this ring right here. So I'm gonna put that in with the hot on the left. Put some grease on that. So this is an O-ring seal, guys. This, you don't need to crank this nut down to the point where you can't get it off. That's plenty. Alright, now it's just a matter of adjusting it properly. See how this goes. I may have to do a little bit of weeding. This is the old cartridge. Hopefully that will stop dripping. That'll let you know that that's on in the right spot. Alright, let me go out and turn. Alright guys, so this appears to work. That's your hot. So this is cold water. All cold. And then you can set your adjustment for the hot. Unfortunately, the tank is not totally hot right now. I mean, it's hot enough. This is hot. I can tell it's working, and that this is moving independently of the on and off volume control. So I'm going to say we're good here, and that's it, man. Put this back together. That was easy compared to most deltas, I can say. I just put a little bit of grease on these, man. A little bit or a lot, whatever. Ow. This toilet is so tight to this tub that I can't get my knee between the toilet and the tub. time. Does this drain, is this drain slow in this tub?
Not usually.
Okay. Because it seems like it's backing up a little bit.
Oh.
Just, you know, it should drain totally when you, does it drain totally when you take a shower?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, you're not standing in water? Yeah, that's clean. May have been just because of the spout. The water going down, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So there, that's gonna work for you. Cold, hot. Alright guys, that looks like it's going to be it. Alright guys, that's it on this one. Alright guys, so I'm all done at this house. My batteries are ready to fucking die again. It's not good. It's a constant issue with these GoPros. See if I can get it plugged in before we go fucking fade to black. Alright, so I'm all done there. That Delta cartridge was pretty easy to change. I did leave the hot water adjustment piece out, which I do that on Moens too, just because people mess with them and they're an issue. I don't think it's going to be an issue, so I saved the part. But it's just, she's going to get all the hot water she needs out of that thing. And it's a nice valve. They've made improvements. I could see from the back when I started plumbing in my own business anyways in 1997. Those 1300 series and 1400 series, and then they came out with the 1700 series. That nose cone was just a bitch to get on, that bonnet nut. But it is what it is. They have changed them, and that was an easy fix, and thank God the guy knew exactly what faucet he had and when it was put in, because he remodeled that house, and he had the correct parts, which was nice. He had them there waiting for me. He did a great job with that. So I got to go to this next call, and guy's got a toilet that's wobbling, and I'm going to try to sell him a new toilet, man. We'll see how that goes. He's probably got a broken flange in this house, would be my guess, if that toilet's wobbling. So we'll see. That's just my intuition speaking. We'll see what happens when I get there. See if I'm correct. Hey guys, I'm heading to this next service call for this toilet. I just pulled over to put his address in. That fucking tree fell down, probably from that hurricane, man. This guy's just around the corner. I just had another call come in. I gotta go put the trim on a shower, first tub and shower for somebody. They redid the tile, and I guess they don't know how to put the trim back on, or the guy who did it doesn't know how. It seems a little shady. Like maybe they fired the guy who did the tile. I don't know, man. But I'm gonna head over that way. That's from my man, Airbnb Pat. It's not his house, it's a friend, client. He's a real estate agent also. But I'm gonna try to get this thing done. Oops, shit, man. What am I doing? Turning the wrong way, man. I don't know why I've turned into fucking Ricky Redneck today, but here I am, y'all. Let's get her done. Yeah. I'm here to get her done. My name's Ricky. Some people call me Ricky Retardo. I like Ricky Redneck myself.